Hey guys, it's Ron. I'm going to do some messages from Cernunnos today. I was going to do it earlier in the week, but this is the one week that I had a few days at work that I had to go do. And that took a lot of time. And it always takes a lot of energy. Where I work, it is EV heaven. And you all know what an EV is. And it's so exhausting and draining. And I want to come today and give you some messages from my beloved. I'm going to shuffle our decks real quick. We're going to use. I got some good response from the video last week, and I'm wondering, I'm going to ask you, and please post in the comments. I'm wondering if you guys want to do a live Q&A where I ask your questions, ask him your questions, and get an answer and see how he responds. If you'd like to, put in the comments and we'll get it planned and we'll sort out the details later. All overall messages. So the overall message for today is the spirit of the river. I don't know if you can see that card. A movement towards adventure. And first breath. The beginner's mind. One of the messages I got last week, which was just a collective energy feeling. I don't think I even posted it in the reading when I was recapping. Was this urgency for us to start looking at things in a new way, doing things in a new way. There's a lot of talk right now about what's going on with the planet, what's going on with us as humanity, and without coming together, those things don't get worked out. Each of us have different challenges that eventually are going to be all connected. We are a collective species. We're all connected. We're all brothers and sisters, regardless of our thoughts and our paths and our creeds and what have you. And we have to start thinking of a different way to communicate with each other. Start looking at your challenges with this beginner's mind. This first card, the spirit of the water flows. It can flow very slowly. It can flow very rapidly, depending on the environment. Slow-moving water is always faster after a storm. Water can be extremely dangerous once it's been pent up and held up. So as we go forward into our challenges this week, let's try to look at things with a new mind. Look at things as though we were a child. You know, when we're children, nothing is impossible. There's that meme on Facebook about something about having the courage or being the little boy in the Batman suit. You know, when you're a little kid and you've got that cape on, we can do anything and we do anything. And let's look at this week, at the challenges that we had this week through the eyes of a child. What I did not see, what's at the bottom of the deck, is the beloved. Radical acceptance. Radical acceptance. I think that's going to mean different things for all of you. Acceptance is kind of hard for me still in this lesson that I'm learning. I live in a place where it's a very tense environment. Everybody's got an opinion. It's very politically heated here where I live. So everybody has an opinion, and it's not always one that I go with. So acceptance for me has been a lesson, especially this week. I feel like this is a collective message here. The King of Swords, the Two of Coins, the Knight of Coins, the Strength card, and the Nine of Swords. The King of Swords is a methodical in opinion, where the Queen of Swords is slash it, get rid of it. It can be harsh. The King of Swords is valued. The opinion is valued. The Two of Coins is about thought, balance, choices, making a choice, doing too many things at one time. In this particular card, the two buds are of equal size, and a gardener could snip one to give the other one more life. While this is a methodical in choice, the king's opinions are very purposeful. The Knight of Coins is a very purposeful card also. It is a card of diligence, of doing the work, of reaping the benefits of that work. This Strength card in particular is a card of personal strength. That fist has become a symbol for just about every movement in the world today. A clenched fist also can't release; it can't accept. There are a lot of messages that you could get out of this card. So take what resonates with you. Look at that card and see what is he saying to you with this card. The last card is the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is a card of reflection. But this card it can be a depressed card. But this card is about looking inside yourself, seeing what it is that makes you you. Realizing that for some of you, the things that you're afraid of, you don't need to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of in them. Overall, I think this particular read is letting all of us know that we need to be careful in the words that we use, careful in the choices that we make, think things out. And I know this sounds like a typical generic read, but for some of you who are consulting with him about a different thing, this is his message to you. The answer lies inside you. The fears that you have in this particular situation are null and void. There's nothing to be afraid of. You've put in the work. It's really about looking at the overall picture. Everything around you is doing well. What do you want to nurture? Do you want to nurture everything? Do you want to select certain things? But fear. He doesn't want us to fear. We've asked him about it. He's given us his opinion. He doesn't want us to fear anything. Clarify this situation. The Magician card. The Nine of Cups. And the Five of Coins. So yeah, this is an answer to an intention, a purpose, some spell work. Nine of Cups is going to be your outcome. It's a very, everything's going to be provided that you need. Cups for me your needs, as opposed to Pentacles, which your desires, wants. And then the Five of Coins, though, I feel is, once again, he's asking us not to fear anything. He's telling us there's nothing we have to fear for. And the Five of Coins can be a fearful card. It can be a worrisome card. You had the Two of Coins here, and you're afraid of the outcome of this decision, but you don't need to be. Specifically, the Nine of Cups is here. You're going to have everything you need. The intent worked. He's there with you. He's heard your intention, your petition. This is also, I feel like, for a second, just saying stop. Stop and just let it be. I feel like this person is asking this over and over and over, and you're doing the work, but this worry is what's killing it. You've got to chill. All right. The next message I'm getting, this is another petition to him. Two of Cups. I feel like this is a person who's asking for children. This is a petition of fertility, of childbearing. The Two of Cups, followed by the Three of Coins, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. This Ten of Wands is telling me that this Three of Cups is going to happen. The Three of Coins is going to happen. But you've got to get everything in order. Your house has to be a home first. I feel like there is some emotional immaturity somewhere that needs to be clarified. The Queen of Cups is here, so this is a very content household. This is the picket fence, the garden, everything you want the house to be. When you have this Three of Coins is going to come about. If you need a place to start, I'm hearing clean your home. Get rid of anything in your home that you don't need. If you haven't touched it in 6 months, get rid of it. It means nothing. You can't have it new in, and when you're talking about a new life, there has to be room for those things in your home and in your heart, in your everything. So start with cleaning, start with the closet if that's what you need to do. Once you have your home, and whatever that means to you, ready, it will happen. Any clarifications on this read? So a King and Queen of Swords. So I feel like this is two people that are the same, but maybe one's a little more quick-tempered, where the other one is a little more easy peasy. You got to come together here. I know that it's frustrating for you, but you've got to. You obviously love each other. You wouldn't be together. You've got to, just like the last guy. This is another message. You got to chill. Focus on the two of you. 1 and 1 is 2. That 2 makes a third. So when you two come together, and whatever this situation is that you're going through, and the bottom of the next is Page of Cups, so there's a nest with eggs. Just tell each other you love each other. Start with telling each other why you're there, what you like about each other. We've got the Lover's card, the Six of Wands card, the Victory card, the Four of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So I don't know if you can see those little embryos in the top of that deck. This is the Starman deck, by the way. So I feel like he's just confirming everything. You've got victory. Spend time with yourself. Spend time with each other. Explore each other. Get to know every little inch of each other. Just like you did in the beginning. But you've got to take time for yourself. Reflect. Relax. Chill out. This is very stable. 4 Swords is a stable card. 4, you can't sit in a 3-legged chair. You can't in a 4-legged chair. 4 is stability. He's got your back here. The universe has your back here. All you've got to do is relax. Ace of Swords. This new beginning, this new tie, there you are. That's fertility. I mean, I don't see any other way to explain that card. You got this. I feel like this is going back a little to last week. There was a I'm trying to find the card that just fell out. There was a loss of someone and someone stepping forward in a group of people. I feel like this is a continuation of that. The Two of Wands, I see this person in a very established situation. That fire is not a new fire, but they're taking a piece of that and they're running with it. It's time for you to start anew. This is the Queen of Coins, the Two of Coins, and the Knight of Swords. This is a very strong feminine energy. It doesn't have to be female, but it's definitely a divine feminine. But I feel like this is a situation that's got to be mothered. You're being called to a group of people who need you. This is weighed heavy on your heart. There's a lot of give and take on this. And it's not going to be painless. This is going to be an emotional time for you. It is what you need to do, because I can't find it now, it fell, but the Four of Pentacles was on the bottom. That's a stable card. In this particular deck, it's 4 candles that are of a different size. So I feel like this is a group of people that you're going to. They're like, but they're different. And you are bringing light to this group. Clarify. Since you came out twice in 2 weeks, clarified more for this person. The Three of Cups. This is a divine, very happy card. So I feel like the reason this is coming up again is because the doubt and the overthinking. He's telling you, you know this, the King of Coins is here. This is a situation that it is what you want. It's going to give you everything you want, everything you need. Everything you desire, everything that you've asked for is going to be here. But your doubt, you're second guessing yourself over and over and over is what's going to stop it. What do you need to do to move forward? What does this person need to do to move forward? So a phrase, the Ten of Swords and the King of Swords. Both very heavy, both very freeing. A phrase has popped into my head. Get off the cross because somebody else needs the wood. It's time for you to lay it all down. You're holding on to all. You've got so much on your back that's not necessarily yours. A lot of this is other people's shit. And you just got to let it go. And you got to do it in a methodical way. Start with something. What does this person need to do? You know the situation you're in is extremely toxic. But a lot of this has to do with your own doing. You hold the whole situation. You know, I'm not feeling that. This what you want to let go of, you created. So you've got to, you really just got, it's that ten of swords. You just got to lay it down. It's done. The seven of coins is it's a positive card, but this is, you have laid down some foundation and you're working with training. This is I told you this, you were going to be going to a group of like-minded people. This is, you've got the foundation there. It's time for you to start training what you know, and putting things straight, how things need to be. This could literally be a straightening up, a reorganization. All right, this next grouping, the Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Hermit, Judgment, the Three of Cups, and what's on the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. This person has been asking for an end to an unbearable situation. The Five of Wands is always a card of conflict. The Nine of Wands is a completion, but not a completion you want to live in. The Nine of Cups, where you have everything you need. The Nine of Coins, where you've got everything you want, are places you want to live, places you want to stay. The Nine of Wands is definitely not a place you want to stay. He's telling you that it's okay for you to go. I feel like you're questioning, should you stay, should you go? You need to go. Go find a quiet place. I feel like you're contemplating this, literally this hermit life, this secluded, you want to be by yourself. Even if it's for a short time, it's definitely needed. The Judgment card, I feel like this is for a couple of different people. The message is the same. You're all in a situation you don't want to be in. This Judgment's for two different things. Someone's wanting to leave. There's a crown and what looks like a book or a Bible. The people around you don't see things the way you do. It's time for you to move on. This is also, I feel like, a person dealing with a legal matter. This person could be, I feel very strongly, this person's getting out of jail. The end of both of these is the Three of Cups. That, to me, is a divinely blessed union. I also feel like this situation is going to end up with three people together. This Hermit, you're going to find your group. You're coming into your own. I feel like you know where to go. I feel like the question is, should I go there? Should I stay here? You know where you need to be. And this person's coming home. This person is coming home to a situation that's extremely happy. The Eight of Swords, again, on the bottom of the deck. This is the stop of a fight. When I got this card last week, I felt strongly that he was preventing someone from doing some harm to themselves, or preventing someone from doing harm to other people. This could very well be still that same situation. However, what you've asked for has been stopped. It's been put on pause. You need to use this time now to do what you need to do. You need to do the work. A lot of times when we work with our deities, and this comes from my understanding of coming from a Christian background, a lot of times we get so caught up in asking for something and then sitting on the couch waiting for God to deliver it. It doesn't really happen like that. You've got to do the legwork. One of my favorite things to compare this to is, you can't win the lottery if you don't go buy a ticket. Go buy your ticket. In both situations here, you know what to do. In one very specific situation, you know where you need to go, and you just need to go. If there are people around you that are saying, it's going to get better, it's going to, whatever, it's not going to happen. You need to go. The final messages for the collective. We've got the Strength card, the Prince of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Wands, and the Princess of Pentacles. I got this message last week. I started feeling this message last week, and I started the reading this week with it. This message. A lot of us are real. Well, the whole world is tired. Everybody's tired. We as a people are strong. We're resilient. He especially wants us to know we're resilient. We have the power, for lack of a better word, for good or bad. We have the choice in how we see things. Do we see the glass half full, half empty? We have that power. We have that strength. A lot of us are getting messages consistently, and we're questioning whether or not these are real. A lot of you are starting to get messages and communicate. He's confirming that in here. But he wants us to be strong. The Prince of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Swords, which is, or the Page of Swords, which is what this is in the usual deck, is always a card of curiosity, seeking truth, being childlike. This is in reverse, so he's letting us know that there are certain situations where we need to take a more scientific approach on. We need to stop, and this could be more for some than others. We've got to stop, being stupid about some stuff. While at the beginning of this message was approach things see things differently through the eyes of a child. There are some situations where we really need to see them as an adult and make the decisions that are going to come through that as an adult, not a child. Ten of Wands. It's time to let go of a lot of the toxic things that we've been holding on to. This card looks very toxic. It looks war-torn. It looks very heavy. It looks dry. It needs nourishing. For a lot of you, it's time for you to sleep. It's time for you to get rest. Unpack this, because his end-all message is the Princess of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the start of the delivering of the new dreams. The Ace presents it to you. The Page is here to bring you news that it's here. This is a very pregnant entity. She's got eggs there. She's got new growth. This is very, very fertile. You see an umbilical cord from the universe here. He wants us to know that we're being fed constantly from our environment. We need to pick and choose what goes into our bodies, because we're constantly creating whether we know we are or not. And it's time to be proactive in that. What's on the bottom of that deck is the Nine of Pentacles. So both very, very good cards. I've been getting a really strong message this week about the Earth, and I watched a video piece on someone who denied that the climate crisis was as dire as it is. I hear both sides of that story. As a steward of this planet, because I feel that's what we were all called to do, to say that is an uneducated statement. Yes, the Earth is changing. Yes, it's changing on its own, but we're helping it up. But we have lost 40% of the species that we know of, and they're discovering new ones all the time. We've lost 40% of the ones that we knew of in the last 100 years. That's on us. That's not on whim or whatever. Look at everything that's going on in your life this week with an educated eye. If you don't understand something, get on the internet and try to understand it, and look at both sides. Look at all the sides. Read every bit of information you can do, and make a decision based on what is true for you. Your gut's not going to lie. When you feel inside that something is not true for you, then it's not true for you. A thought for all of us. Cernunnos, my beloved creatures. final thought. We closed and end with the same card. I don't know runes. I have some, so any of you that are following this Norse path that you, or any Gaelic path that you are familiar with runes, this may have a specific meaning for you that I don't understand. I know we just got out of a new moon. We're starting a new phase, so I see that here in this card. That we're ending again with the spirit of the river. Movement towards adventure. Go forth with the strength of that water, the flow, the change. Be fluid, be movable, be workable. But go this week with a sense of adventure. This person in this card who's, no, they gotta leave. There's great adventure out there. You've got to go find it. You want it, go find it. I hope these messages brought you some of what you needed to hear. I thank you for joining me today. I thank him for bringing you to me, and I thank him for bringing me to you. I hope that our journeys stretch out. And then once again, in the comments, if you want to do a live session where I answer your questions, you submit a question to me and I answer it, let me know. I think it's something that could be fun and a little more specific. It's hard for me to do a general read because I don't, messages usually come to me in more of an answer form as opposed to not having a question posed to me. So I think it would be great fun. I think it'd be a way for a lot of us to come together. Let me know in the post and we'll set it up. Thanks.